The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here we go.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. Twelve.
Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. Finding space at the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there.
Here we go.
But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
They go play action with Burrow. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
2nd down and goal. Burrow. Touchdown! Hayden Hurst, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number one.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Mahomes going to throw. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball, and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, this defense was victimized earlier in this opening quarter. This time, a measure of revenge.
Well, they always tell defenses you have to have a short memory. I also think it helps if you remember what happens to you before, and now you're able to flip it around. They didn't want to show weakness and let this offense think they could do whatever they want. And they
well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They've got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first. And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
First catch on that one for Kelsey, and it's a 1st down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they'll work this down inside the 30. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They'll try and run it in with Burton. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mike Burton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Gun.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. It's Mixon on the counter. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
The Bengals at 10-1 now on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Marcus Davenport has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also with offensive.
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs.
He's got room at the 30.
So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Play action. It's Burrow.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Burrow looking to pass. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Lockett from 10 yards out.
And the Bengals have moved out in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the final tally, as told by Next Gen Stats, he hit 21.5 miles per hour. Whoa.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me, because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
11, 11, 11. 11, 11.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there, a first down. Now it's Burrow. And this is caught by Watkins.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
On one, ready?
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Burrow on third down.
Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays.
Touchdown!
Joe Mixon.
An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Mahomes' throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Now Mahomes.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
It takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
11.
Now Burrow on 1st down. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
11.
Now they go play action now. Burrow to the right side and complete to Hurst. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Burrow on play action. This goes out wide from Nixon. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Here we go. Thomas.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon
with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half.
And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And a lead now up to 14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau.
And the Bengals will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this 1st half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should...
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there? Because I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Jamar Chase, 38 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Now here's Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Another big play here as they strike for 31.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner. Great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
Mahomes now on first down. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On second and goal, Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
On one, right?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Here we go.
So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati.
Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
11.
Now it's Burrow. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
Here we go.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. Room here to run. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
11.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Here we go.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Quez Watkins, 30 yards. And the Bengals take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnover.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown.
Joe Mixon
with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year.
And the Bengals get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to get it back here just past the 35. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in for second half blowout material. Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line. But one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they have this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
Yeah, and that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And down inside the 15 he goes. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on first down.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
Again, Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
11, mighty. 11. Gotta go, gotta go.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. They find some open field here. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And now off to the races down the right side. The 20. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And 26 big yards on that one. It's another 1st down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. That one good for 37 yards.
Go, baby.
Mahomes to throw once more. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal.
Hey, rip.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Butker now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
And he's got a Bengals first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
11 MT.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 72 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Mixing up the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one is, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Bengals, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.